Hey everybody, Larry, Fort Worth Memories Museum and Groups, and YouTube at Fort Worth Memories. I am going to be getting out of here shortly. It's what, 1:15, 1:16. I have left. Sherry sent me a phone number. I looked up 3 phone numbers. I've left 4 messages at mental health places and not had 1 call back. 4 since the first 2 I called before 9 o'clock. I went back and looked. One of them doesn't open until 10, but surely they checked their messages. That's at NAMI. So if people, I mean, I don't understand it. If y'all are here to help people that have issues, why won't you return a phone call? I don't understand that. But I'm going to keep calling until somebody calls me. Don't let it go into the second day, because I'm going to report it. Don't let it go into the second day, because I'm going to report it. So I'm going to tell everybody good afternoon. Maybe they just don't want to talk to me. I don't know. That's a distinct possibility. Maybe I can reach out to some of these city council members and see if they know somebody I can talk to. So I shared it to memories, videos, messages, and the open net. Let's do our sponsors. Optimist Club of Fort Worth. Jeff Norman heads up that group. The Optimist Club are an international outfit, and they do lots of great stuff for youth. Boom Bond, which is capital B-O-M, capital B-O-N, one word, is Mark Perez, and it's P-E-R-A-Z-Z. He's a remodeler, handyman, all of that stuff. Residential, commercial, he does it all. American Senior Benefits of North Texas is our Medicare and Medicaid sponsors. That's Andrew Wallace and Chasen, C-H-A-S-E-N, Smith. Dana Lang, Dana Sells Real Estate. One of her companies is Dana Sells Cowtown. Rex's Bar and Grill. I'm fixing to head over there shortly. I'm going to meet with Rex at 2 o'clock. Railhead Barbecue. Charlie Guerin is our state rep. He's also on the board of Larry's Kids, and he did a great job last year. He gathered up a lot of money to buy bicycles. And he also owns Railhead Barbecue. Fort Worth Florist. Jeanette and her team, if you need to send flowers, they can send them all over the world, and you don't have to leave your home to do it. Bargacy Somerset is our attorneys that are sponsors, and they've got some great lawyers over there. I've interviewed a couple of them, Christy Jack and Tiffany Burks. They've got lawyers that'll sue people, or if you got a murder charge, capital murder, they do that too. Stroud Auto Supplies in the Riverside and Haltom City area. Phelps Family Auto Care is in the Burleson area. Eric Walsh is on the board of directors at Larry's Kids. He's a real estate guy and a developer. Good guy. Tri-State Dent is, they come to you, door dings, hail damage, minor dents, and they will work with your insurance on the deductible. Stinger's Sports Bar out in Hazel. It's in the old Mark Dean barbecue place. It's off the feeder road. If you're going 199 west, you exit Stewart and Main, and it's right there. Grateful for Your Trees is Dickie Carr. Dickie Carr is Richard Carr's nephew. Dickie and them, they'll do anything to do with trees. Cut them down, trim them, grind the stumps down. They do demolition work, privacy fences, retaining walls, bobcat work. They do it all. Pat and Richard Carr have Dickie Carr Sand and Gravel. If you're in the construction business and you need sand, they can send it by the truckloads. Schwartz and Hanson Architects, and they've been with me a long time, maybe 10 years. State Farm, that's Jenny Stewart. The way I look at those auto insurance, State Farm, Allstate, Farmers, they're all great companies. It's which one can give you the best coverage for the least amount of money. So it costs you absolutely nothing to call Jenny's team and get a comparative rate. If they can save you $25 a month, man, that adds up. Dub Peacocks, A-Bird, AC, and Heat. If your unit, central air and heat, is not putting out like you think it should, it costs you $95, and they send somebody out and they check it out for you. Old South Pancake House, 2 locations. One in Burleson that closes at, regular time, 9 or 10 at night. And then the one on University is open 24/7. So when you pull into that parking lot with Rex's Bar and Grill and Old South, all that business is owned by Rex Benson. The Benson family's owned Old South since 1962. It was originally called Smitty's, opened in 1958. Coburn's Catering, Steve Coburn, third generation caterer. They've been there since 1946. They're on North Main. But they come to you, they cater your event, your party. And you can't say, well, how big can they do a party? They do the stock show every year. That's over 100,000 people. Maybe over 200. I don't know how many people come to that. Winstead Paint and Body. Clay and his team over there are on White Settlement Road, 1 block west of Roberts Cutoff. Fort Worth Lumber. They are down I-35 South. Huge complex. You need building materials, plans, whatever. You just want to talk to somebody that's knowledgeable about building, that's the place to go and talk to somebody. K Ranch Roofing has been with me for a long time. So if you think you might have had roof damage from the high winds and storms that we all experienced, call and you'll get Bree. She is the office manager. She'll set up an appointment that's good for you and good for them, and they'll come out and they inspect your roof for free. Cross Electric, Brandon Cross, they do commercial and residential. They do good work too. They've had a lot of great reviews. Rains Plumbing, it's a family-owned plumbing business. Several of our members have used them just recently. They do a good job. Termite King Pest Control, Brad. He'll work with you any kind of program you want to do. They got monthly plans, whatever. We've already done Rex's Bar and Grill. Rockwood Go-Karts and Mini Golf. Now on Saturday week, they're going to have go-kart rides on the 9th of August, or $1. They're rolling the prices back to 1975. That family has owned the go-kart track since it was over here across from Carlson, so they've owned that thing since 75. All Blue Mountain Cafes are sponsors on our group. You can become a sponsor and I can get you plenty of business. Just holler at me. We need a mechanic in Fort Worth. We need a paint contractor. I don't know why we can't get a paint contractor. Richard Carr said all the paint contractors got all the work they need. I just don't believe that. I mean, there's got to be somebody out there that does good work that's hungry. I'm getting a message here. Larry, do you know about the Western Hills robbery? I've been told about it. Yeah, Western Hills Hotel out on Camp Bowie. Yeah, I know about it. It was in November. It was in 1952. The players were Floyd Allen, Gene Paul Norris, a guy named Cresap, a car dealer, and a couple of Cubans that were living in Mexico. Here's what happened. In the late 1940s, the Cubans were trying to overthrow Batista. He's the guy that got overthrown by Castro. So they heard that you could buy guns up here in Fort Worth from our bad boys. I'm surprised my dad wasn't in on that deal. Anyway, so they had there was a guy that was involved in the original con. Well, let's back it up. There was 2 Cuban exiles that were living in Mexico. Batista had thrown him out of the country. They were trying to overthrow his government. So they got up with a car salesman, if you can believe that, from Fort Worth, Texas, that was visiting down in Mexico. And they said, hey, we got a bunch of money and we need to buy some guns. And he said, wow, our bad boys are ready for that. So they set it up. They met at the Western Hills Hotel. The Cubans brought... Now, the story, I'm just giving you a synopsis. They brought $248,000 in $20 bills. They met at one of the cabana rooms, and somebody said, hey, there's a noise outside. Yeah, they opened the door, and bingo, they got guns pointed at them. They said, you want to buy some guns? You're not going to get to buy them, but we're going to take your money. So they took the $248,000 and absconded. Our bad boys, Floyd Hill and them, said, what are these guys going to do? Call the cops? They're trying to buy illegal guns. That's exactly what those guys did. And they had the serial numbers of all the $20 bills. So out on 730 and 199 out in that area, they found out that there was some of the money buried there. It was $128,000. And they set up on it and parked a half a block or a mile away. Back then, there wasn't 199 was built, but it was like a dirt road. Or not dirt, but a lot of trees out there. And so they caught one of our bad boys trying to come back and dig the money up, and they caught him. They never found the other $120,000, but Cato Hightower, about 6 months later, bought a farm about 10 miles from there, and guess what? The price was exactly $120,000. The Cubans, they held him in protective custody and held him for the trial, and when the trial was over, they deported him. And Floyd Hill and Norris escaped, and he got killed when he was trying to rob the payroll out at Carswell. But Floyd Hill had been in Alcatraz 2 or 3 times already, so there's a lot more to the story, but that's basically what it is. I'm on a time era here. Scott's got some kind of convention this weekend. They rented the Arlington Convention Center. It's something to do with these games and stuff. And then he's going to come over and we're going to get all this stuff here worked out. May you suggest what? I can't. Let me see what you're saying. I do need to get my eyes checked, I guess. I got to get them checked before I go have my driving license thing. The Jordan Elizabeth Harris Foundation. Who's that? I mean, what do they do? I need somebody to... How do you get a hold of them people? No number on the site. Well, so... I mean, are these places secretive or what? I need somebody that I can talk to, and preferably somebody to come over here and sit down and explain to us things that we can do. I'll get somebody. Everybody that sent me a phone number, I've called every one of them, 5 of them. Nobody's called me back. 2 of them I called before 9 o'clock in the morning. I don't know. These things are non-profits and they're funded by people. It might be advisable to call people back. Heck, I don't know. Maybe they're scared to come on. Yeah, Missy, I'd love to talk to them. If there's no telephone number, how do you get a hold of them? Send them an email or a message. Give them my phone number. You know, you would think those people would want to get the message out of suicide prevention or mental health, mental retardation. I'm going to send Tiffany Burks a message. She'll send me a phone number. She knows people in that. Gene Paul Norris. He was a real legitimate bad guy. He was a mean dude. I heard a story once from my dad. He pulled a gun on a guy's wife. He was trying to rob him out in Grapevine. And her husband came up behind him and hollered at him. When Gene Paul Norris turned around, he hit him square in the face with a shovel, a flat shovel, broke his nose and half his teeth. Gene Paul Norris still got up and shot him and killed him. So they were going to rob the payroll out at Carswell, the bank out there at Carswell. And so they were doing a test run on where they'd leave the getaway car and this, that, and the other. And I've got pictures of it. I'll post them maybe this evening. And the cops found out about it. Somebody tipped off the cops. And so they were sitting out there. Some of them were looking from Inspiration Point. And they directed the other Texas Rangers down there. They didn't take any chances with Gene Paul Norris. I think there was 16 fatal wounds. Who knows if he pulled a gun on them. Guys back then, they didn't mess with you. You just ended up in a body bag. Or not even a body bag. Help, I need somebody that'll talk to me about mental health, suicide prevention. I still have not heard from the family. And I put a deadline on it, 5 o'clock. I'm calling the neighbor. I don't know what good that'll do me, but I can't believe they wouldn't even call me back. Okay. Justin Timberlake. I saw a picture of him without a shirt. That dude's got more tattoos than... I don't know what's up with all these people and tattoos. My dad had a W on his arm, and for the life of me, nobody knows what that was. His brother, one of his brothers' name was William, so maybe, I mean, I don't have a clue. Okay, so I'm going to start rounding this dog and pony show up. I appreciate y'all listening in. I got to run over to Rex's Bar and Grill for a short minute and then head to the house, and then I'll be on live. I don't think I have anything else. I'm going to go to bed early tonight. I didn't get much sleep last night, hardly any. Anybody else got anything they want to dissect or talk about? Greg and Don are in. I'm in. Brittany's in. Richard Souza's in. Missy. Janie Anderson. We don't know anybody that's got a good mechanic in Fort Worth that can use some business. Send me the number. Missy? Yeah, I'll call him when I get to the house. Somebody's asking me about the campaign, whatever that mess is with Manny. I have no clue. I think it was an error. From what I read, somebody wrote it down wrong or something. So I have no idea. I would trust Manny Ramirez with my life. He's a good guy. I've interviewed him over 100 times. He's helped me with all kinds of projects. So I don't know what that deal is. I sent him a message saying I'm fully behind you. If I can help in any way, just holler at me. But Manny Ramirez is a good guy. I don't know what the report says. I don't know. I think he did an interview with the Fort Worth Report and answered it, didn't he? It's on Newsbreak, or was. I think he's answered all questions. Let me see. If I can still find it. Thank you, Missy. There's Biden now living in the wild. What is he? They won't leave that guy alone. Now they're saying not only was Bill at that guy's island, but so was Hillary. I can't find that deal now. Chappaquiddick tapes. Why are they digging up all these murders or whatever 60 years ago? Let's reinvestigate the Kennedy assassination. I mean, we're no closer today than we were the day it happened. Let's talk about current events here, people. I can't find the thing with Manny. But it was on there this morning. I seriously doubt that Manny Ramirez did anything illegal. Like I say, I'd trust him with my life. Jimmy Hoffa's son reveals theory. Well, that's like ancient news. Kamala has written a book. They're all writing books. Wait till mine comes out. That'll blow your mind. There's Pete Hegseth. He wants out of his job and is going to run for office. Pete, you better stay where you're at. I think there's a lot of people that might not like you. I got 4 minutes, people, so I can't find the deal with Manny. I guess it's cycled through. Oh, here's a neat one. 6 things you never knew about the rifleman. I can tell you one right now. Who was the first basketball player to break that backstop on the basketball? Chuck Norris. Alright, so what else? What other things did I not know about? What was his name? Chuck Connors. He actually did own a rifle that could fire 12 shots. He was a widowed father. I know I read one time he wanted to try to get into being a cop, you know, in the movies, or a love story, but that rifleman typecast him and he never could get any other kind of jobs. He also played professional baseball and basketball. Ran for 5 seasons, 160 episodes. I bet I've seen every one of them. I post a picture of, what was the kid's name? Johnny Crawford. He was at, I can't remember, one of the 60 parades for the stock show. Boy, he was a heartthrob for women. Girls, young girls. Johnny Crawford got fired from the Mickey Mouse Club. I didn't know that. He was one of the original Mouseketeers. 9 years old. Didn't even last 1 season. He says, I got fired because I couldn't learn the dance steps fast enough. He started rifleman when he was 12. He's dead, isn't he? He's got to be gone. I don't know, he doesn't have to be. Johnny Crawford. Yeah, he died in 2021. Boy, his picture at death doesn't look like anything. That's right, he was a singer. He had a song that was... He died of Alzheimer's. He had 2 sons, but I don't guess his wife. I don't know what happened to the wife. He was 17 when the show ended. Wonder what he did the rest of his life. Why did the rifleman end? The ratings went down. God, I love that show. Johnny Crawford. He did have a wife, Charlotte. Okay. What was the song that he sang? Cindy's Birthday. That was it. That was a song that was popular in the 60s. Cindy's Birthday was his biggest hit. But he had like 4 45s. That's when they were 45s. He was he rode horses real good, they say. Okay, I'm going to go home when I get home and look at WeTV or whatever that old channel is. The Rifleman's on every day about 3 or 3:30. Just for 1 or 2 shows. Okay, what are we talking about? Anybody? I still got a little time. Very little. I will not be up late tonight. You won't see me on there. I feel like I could go to sleep right now. That thing kind of got to me. Who got pardoned now? Oh, that's no. Okay, I'm looking to see if anybody's wanting to say anything. We're eating at Parton's Pizza. What happened to Wes? He sells real estate, high dollar real estate. He's still around. He came by here the other day, but you see him all the time. He's showing houses all over the place. High dollar houses. Yes, sir, that'll work. What did he say? That baked potato I got was from Railhead. If their regular baked potato is $6, I think. If you get meat, I got the chopped beef. It's $9.50, and it fills you up. Rex is going to be a couple of minutes late, so I still got a little time. How old is Peppo? Peppo is 36. He'll be 37 January 5th of 2026. I buy him a bell every year, and he's got, believe me, he's got them all in there too. He's getting to where he goes to bed at 4. He eats at 4 in the morning, and he eats at 4 in the evening, and then he goes straight to bed. But now, lately, he's been screaming for me at 6 or 7 o'clock, but he just wants to tell me bye. I hate to think whoever's going to get him when I pass. Because he'll be 37, they live average 150 years, so my youngest son, if he gives him to his youngest son, Peppo will outlive that kid, or close. You can't just pass him on to somebody in their 50s or 60s, because it'll take somebody a while to get him used to. I mean, it's going to be hard. I don't know how we're going to do that. I guess if I ever decide that it's coming fairly soon, whoever's going to get him will have to come over, and it'll be a learning process for Peppo, I guess. I don't know. He's a mess. But he's a good mess. Okay, so yes, I'm doing that Ferrari tomorrow. I'll send you pictures. Were you here when I do it 4 times a year. God, it's beautiful. I think this one he bought used, and it was still $400,000. Slickest car I've ever seen. He builds warehouses for Amazon. That guy's got some cars. I mean, every one of them are over 100,000. He's the one that had that BMW that was called the Pinot. It was made in Italy. They only made like 400 of them. He's had 2 or 3 Ferraris or Lamborghinis. He's an older guy too. He just likes to drive fast cars. The breakdown on the... Hold on and I'll get it for you. The breakdown on the group... I'll already turn that one off. Hold on. It's 46% female, I think. Hold on. I've got it right here. I've got entirely too many pictures. Okay, here's the age deal. 46.2% of our members, 131,000, is 65 or over. 55 to 64 is 21.4%. Everybody else is 30-something%. And there's a bunch at 18 years old. I'm surprised we've gotten some younger people in the last couple of years. Where's the majority is women. I can't find that. I don't know why I can't find it. Wait a minute. I don't know why I can't find that. I'll look it up on the group. I don't know if y'all can look it up, but I think only admins can look it up. Okay, today's numbers, we had 4,100,000 views. Engagement, insights. Why didn't it tell? I know I've got it somewhere. Women are the majority. I don't know why it doesn't say it on here. For some reason I can't find it. content, engagement, I can't find it for some reason. But it's like 62% to 38%, I think. That's strange. It's not on here though. I know it's on here, I'm not looking in the right spot, I guess. Engagement. No, anyway, I gotta go. Love all of you. I will see you about 4, and we'll continue. Send me phone numbers of, I've left 4 or 5 numbers and there's not been one person call me back. Go figure. Anyway, see if anybody's okay. Y'all stay safe, stay out of the heat.